Hey guys, it's Melanie and Chi-Chi the cat. If you guys hear any purring, that's my cat, not me. She's just feeling very lovey-dovey today, so she's sitting next to me on the chair here. We are going to be doing another Ulta haul, and this one is focused on all things Ulta related. I hope to have the time to maybe do a like a Sephora version in early April. So fingers crossed I can get my stuff together for that. I am doing this in my very own Melanie way, which is I'm literally recording my computer screen with my camera. I know there's another way to do this. Technology is not my friend, so we're doing it my way. Usually this turns out okay, so we'll just go with it. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive right in. We are going to get started with the newest Tarte eyeshadow palette that was just released. I don't know if this is an Ulta exclusive or if this is available at Sephora as well. Like I said, this is brand new. And it is the Tarte Make Believe in Yourself eyeshadow and cheek palette. It does retail for $40. There's my cat's tail. All right, let's not do that. Let's go ahead and take a look at it here. So I gotta say, in terms of packaging, like it's very pretty. I mean, the outside is stunning. It basically looks like a big old jewel. You know, it looks like it appears to have like facets and stuff. The actual palette itself is like a whole lot of shimmer, which I'm kind of surprised by. There is one matte shade in all of this. Now the colors are gorgeous. They're really, really pretty. In the middle is this, what looks like a highlight shade. Let's go ahead and take a look at what they say here. So, yeah, it's a pearl highlight. Interesting that they would do a highlight instead of a blush, which is normally, pardon, what is in the middle of these. The reason I'm not going to go for this, even though I think the shades are very pretty and the packaging is gorgeous, is like, I'm really needing to be particular at this point in life about the eyeshadow palettes that I bring into my collection. In fact, the vast majority of this anti-haul is focused on eyeshadow palettes because I am a sucker for those. They really truly get me every single time. And I've accumulated quite a few that I have a hard time letting go of because I like them. I love eyeshadow. I think eyeshadow is something that is worth spending good money on. But you know, they get to be overwhelming after a while, and there's only so much eyeshadow that you can use in your lifetime. And this one just doesn't speak to me to the level of, yes, go and buy it. I think it's pretty. I think the price point for the amount of product that you're getting is decent. I do like the Tarte eyeshadows. Some of them are hit and miss, but for the most part, I've had good experience with them. The Tarte Tartelette, the original, as well as the Tartelette in Bloom, are ones that I reach for quite frequently, and they're very pretty, you know, but I feel like I'm kind of good with those right now. So I'm going to pass on this guy for $40. Thanks, Ulta, but no thanks. Okay, next, this might shock you guys. I am totally going to skip out on the Too Faced Natural Love Ultimate Neutral Eyeshadow Palette. And here's why. One, it's $60 and all you're getting is the eyeshadow palette. Normally they will usually toss in like a liner or a mascara or a lip product of some kind, but not with this one, which, you know, is fine. You are getting a fair amount of eyeshadow in here, but, and Too Faced even fessed up to this, a lot of these are shades that they already have in some of their other palettes. I'm not going to pick up a $60 eyeshadow palette when I already have some of the exact same shades in some of my other Too Faced palettes. So it just seems kind of pointless to me to have like backups because I don't really need backups of eyeshadows. I have so many to start with. This is beautifully curated. I will give Too Faced that. I love the packaging. I love the outside. I love the way the inside is laid out. It's a neutral lover's dream. However, for me, I just don't need it. I don't think that this is like, you know, a pass altogether if you don't have all of these shades to start with, or if you are newer to makeup or you're buying this as a gift. I think it would make a beautiful gift for somebody, especially if they don't normally splurge on eyeshadows or makeup in general. I think it's a great gift. I just think for someone that has a lot of eyeshadows to start with, I just don't need more of these because I already have a lot. So I'm gonna pass on this one as well. Also gonna be passing on this Laura Geller Island Escape eyeshadow palette for $42. This one almost got me. I do love me some Laura Geller products. However, I feel like I'm probably not gonna wear most of these most of the time. There's a lot of really pretty pinks and purples and blues in here. And there's, you know, there's a nice row of neutrals kind of over here, but I'm not gonna wear the vast majority of those other shades for more than like a couple months out of the year. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not adventurous like that. You guys see my everyday makeup. It's super neutral, pretty dang natural. And, you know, the shade Hot Tropics and Passion Fruit Pink wouldn't really play into my everyday eye makeup look, even though this is gorgeous. It's gonna look pretty on somebody's eyes, but just not mine. So, bummer. But yeah, I don't need to spend $42 on that. Okay, this one is fairly new as well. And now this is an online only special from Tarte. I almost grabbed this. Like, this is one of those ones that like I am keeping myself from purchasing only because I have blushes that are very similar to the one that's in here, which is Boundless. And I think I already have these shades in some of my other Tarte palettes or even some of my other Too Faced palettes. Now it does come with a travel size of the Tarte Lash Paint, which I really do like. And it also comes with a good size of the lip paint in the color Obvi, which is a warm nude. I would totally wear that. And I do really like these lip paints. But it's $35, and really truly it's $35 that I don't really need to spend on something that, I mean, I already have a lot of these shades. They're totally right up my alley though. These are Melanie's everyday neutral shades here, but I'm gonna pass on this one even though it's really tempting. A lot of people have asked me if I'm going to pick up the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Honey eyeshadow palette, and I'm not. It's $36, but the reviews are really hit and miss. You can see it's got 3 stars, well, 3.2. But these are not my colors. These are very warm, as you can see. It's a very warm eyeshadow palette, and I just don't do a ton of warms. I am more of a neutral or cool girl, and just the hit and miss kind of nature of a lot of these reviews that I've seen just make this just not something that I want at all. So no, I'm not gonna pick that up. I did not get the original either, because once again, a lot of warm shades and not into it. I can't remember if I mentioned this or not, but just in case, nope, I'm not getting the Lorac I Love Brunch eyeshadow collection because I don't like these colors. That's it. That's the only reason. There's some nice ones in here, but no, I'm not gonna wear a lot of this yellow. I'm not gonna wear that yellow. I'm not gonna wear that color Avocado Toast next to it. I'm probably not gonna wear the shade Smoothie. I'm not gonna wear the shade Blueberry Scone or Sorbet. Hot Sauce I might wear. That's a pretty peach. But Lavender, no. No, that Eggs Benny, that gray there, no, probably not gonna wear that. I think this is fun. I think it's fun for spring. I think it's good for younger girls. And it's $44 that I don't know, I'm not into it. So just in case you were wondering, nope, not gonna grab that. Also not grabbing this. The California Dreaming eyeshadow palette for $30. I was kind of, sort of, almost tempted by this one. I did swatch it in store, and it swatched really nicely, but once again, a fair amount of these shades, like, I don't need another sparkly black. This Seaside Green shade here, probably not going to get a whole lot of use out of that. The other ones, you know, I would probably wear from time to time, but it's just more eyeshadow that I'm not going to reach for frequently enough to make it worthwhile. The reviews are decent. It's got 4.5 stars, basically. It is only 30 bucks. I would say if you're in the market for kind of a fun palette that you can use in the summer and carry into the fall, this might be a good one to check out. I will, as always, link all these guys down below so you can go take a look and see based on the reviews whether you want it or not. These are just things, once again, that I'm not going to be buying. Okay, another thing I'm not going to get, now we're getting into things that are not eyeshadow related. The Becca Sunchaser palette. Okay, I was tempted by this because I want that blush. Oh, it's so pretty. The name of it is Apricot Blossom. Could there be a more perfect name for a blush? Plus, it's one of the mineral blushes, which means it's not full of shimmer. However, what you're getting with it is a bronzer. I don't wear bronzers, and I damn sure do not wear shimmery bronzers. No, my pores are too large, and shimmer bronzer does not work for me. A nice matte, a really nice matte, you know, very friendly to fair skin bronzer I can do that. But even at that, I don't even do much of that in the summer. I'm just not a bronzer girl. Yes, I could use it for eyeshadow, but I have a million eyeshadows. I don't need that. Plus, it comes with Opal, the shimmering pressed highlighter, which I already have. I already have Opal. So I'm not going to spend $34 to get a blush. No, I'm not going to do it. So, bummer. I mean, if that blush came by itself, I'd probably spend $32 just for a full size of the blush. I can't even remember how much Becca blushes are in and of themselves. I know they're spendy. I have a few of them, and I love them. I love the Becca mineral blushes. I don't like the shimmery blushes that she has, or Becca has, but I do like their mineral blushes. I think they're beautiful. But yeah, I'm gonna pass on this, even though that blush makes me want to die. And the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette, I thought this was really, really neat for makeup artists. And if I was still doing makeup, I would probably grab this because I think it's crazy cool. So this is a lip palette that has some great basic, like, you know, everyday makeup artist friendly type shades in it. And obviously these colors down here, which are kind of somewhat crazy, but the idea is that you use these shades down here to alter the shades that you have in these upper two rows. So I think it's a really great idea for makeup artists. I just don't think that it's friendly for kind of your everyday person because, I mean, who's going to be getting ready for work and, you know, going to sit there like customizing their own lip shade every single day? Probably not most of us. I know I don't. I just prefer a tube of something that I know looks good on me. I want to slap it on and just be done with it. So even though this is, I think, such a neat idea, it even comes with this like little palette, not lip palette, but like little spatula and lip brush. I think it's great. It is great for working makeup artists. It's just, it is not for me. And it's got 4.8 stars, so people are really liking this, and that's off of 17 reviews so far. If you do want to get into doing makeup and you don't want to buy a bunch of lipsticks to start with, this is great. But I would say if you're just a mom who stays at home or someone who works in an office setting, I think this is just a little bit too high maintenance for every day. So anyway, this little palette is kind of neat too here where you can mix everything on, but yeah, not for me. So that's it. That is my Ulta anti-haul. that was a tongue twister. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. If you are curious about a Sephora version of an anti-haul, let me know down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Once again, I'm gonna link everything down below so you can take a look at the reviews yourself and see if, you know, despite everything that I said, you're still interested. You know, I mean, who knows? Makeup is so personal, and something that I absolutely abhor could be your dream come true. So anyway, let me know if you guys have any questions, and I will see you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.